Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Sharon Skembury and I'm here today to talk about the concept of positioning. Positioning is a really important concept in effective marketing, and in this short clip you'll learn about what it is, where to start, and how to position your product in the marketplace. So let's get going. To me, learning is a two-way street. So I'm here to learn from you as much as you're here to learn from me. So thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting. I look forward to interacting with you. I use the tools I'm about to show you in this video to identify competition and market gaps. And there are certainly various ways to apply the tools I'm about to show you. I've been teaching marketing at universities around the world for more than 25 years, and students do find positioning a challenging concept. But I've also found that once I show them these tools, they understand. Okay, so let's talk about what positioning is and how to do it. So positioning is about where the product sits in the market. How does the consumer understand your product? What does your target market understand this product to mean? And one of the ways that we can go about understanding this positioning in the marketplace is to plot the various relevant brands with regards to evaluative criteria such as price and quality. So on this positioning map, what you see is that brand A is a premium quality product that also has a premium price. Brand B also has a premium price, but the quality's not there. And then brand C has the price advantage, but you get what you pay for. So the place to start with positioning is identify an industry that you want to focus on, an industry that's relevant to your chosen product. And we can begin by talking about car brands. Consumer Reports puts out an annual report based on 5 criteria to identify the best vehicles in the marketplace. They measure performance, reliability, satisfaction, safety, and green choices. Now, focusing in on just the reliability criteria, here is the list of the 10 most reliable car brands and the 10 least reliable car brands. And when we plot that on a graph relative to price, this is what it looks like. Now notice that all of them except for Nissan is above that halfway mark. And what that means is that there's an industry standard with regards to price for automobile brands. What we also see on this graph is that Mazda is the most reliable, and it's pretty close to that industry standard of minimum price. Now, brands such as Porsche and BMW are on the higher end of the price range, but not on the higher end of the reliability range. At the lower end of reliability, scoring low with regards to reliability, we've got Lincoln and Tesla. Now, remember, we're measuring with regards to reliability here. We are plotting with regards to reliability. Now, what we've got on this graph is the generic industry of automobile brands. We could go more narrow from a broad industry definition of automobile industry to a narrow definition, for example, of luxury automobile brands. And in that case, we would not include Mazda, Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Subaru. So let's switch gears here, and rather than talking about the broad industry definition of an automobile industry in general, let's talk about the more narrow industry definition of just electric vehicles. So here we're focusing in on just electric vehicles. And you'll see on the vertical axis, we've still got price, but we've gone more specifically with MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price. And that ranges from $36,500 up to $56,990, with Tesla being the most expensive option. On the horizontal axis, we've got a quality rating, but again, we've gone more specific with Edmunds rating. Edmunds is a reputable automobile evaluation that we can rely on and use to plot the various brands in the marketplace. So we're going to range from 7.9 at the lowest point up to 10. And again, Tesla does the best in this field of electric vehicles with regards to the Edmunds rating. And so we see Tesla as the leader in that top right quadrant. Now, along with Tesla in that top right quadrant, we've got the Kia Niro brand. It's doing well with regards to quality rating from Edmunds, and it's not as expensive as Tesla. It's about the same price as the Volkswagen ID.4. Not doing so well with regards to the quality rating is the Hyundai Kona and the Chevrolet Bolt. In fact, the Chevrolet Bolt is the lowest with regards to these 5 brands on the Edmunds rating. But the advantage that the Chevrolet Bolt has is the price. Now, let's go more specific again. Let's change the evaluative criteria on the horizontal axis from an overall rating from Edmunds to just mileage, and take notice of what happens to Tesla. So Tesla has now moved from the top right quadrant to the top left quadrant, because now we are evaluating these 5 brands with regards to price on the vertical axis and mileage on the horizontal axis. So just like Tesla has had some issues with regards to reliability, the Chevrolet Bolt has also had some issues, and GM has recently announced a recall on the Chevy Bolt because of a fire risk related to their battery. So the recall is underway, and I'm sure that they'll do everything they can to fix the problem. So choose a brand, any brand, and ask yourself, how is that brand positioned in the marketplace? Comment below and let me know. And if you think my explanation on positioning is useful to you, then hit that like button, and maybe if you have a question or if you want some clarification, then add a comment. Okay, so let's change the subject here and talk about what's for dinner. Now, when consumers make a decision about what's for dinner, convenience is something that they might consider. They might also consider how much effort are they willing to make with regards to the food preparation task. Now, if the answer is they want the most convenient option and the least effort involved, then we're probably going to order in Uber Eats, right? If we're willing to leave the house, so slightly less convenience, but still fully prepared food, then we're heading out to a dine-in restaurant. Take a step back with regards to preparation of the food and convenience, and we're talking about a meal kit that's delivered by Blue Apron or HelloFresh. The least convenient option we have for dinner is to actually go to the grocery store, select the ingredients off the shelf, take it home and construct the meal ourselves. And in between, we've got online grocery delivery as an increase in convenience option, but again, we're talking about an unprepared food option. So how do we do this thing called positioning? Well, my suggestion is to start with a broad industry definition and your standard price and quality evaluation criteria, and then go for a more narrow industry definition. Stick with the price and quality criteria to begin with, and then switch it up. So let's switch it up. So here we've got a positioning map where the evaluative criteria are promotion on the vertical axis and distribution on the horizontal axis. So when we've got a product that is widely distributed and heavily promoted, we're talking about a mass marketed product that is highly saturated in the marketplace. When we're talking about a product that is similarly widely distributed but only lightly promoted, we're talking about a product that's in demand and available in most places. Now, when a product is exclusively distributed and heavily promoted, we're talking about a product that is hard to get. And when we're talking about a product that is exclusively distributed but only lightly promoted, we are targeting a narrow market niche. So are you struggling to get the support that you need as an undergraduate student? If so, I'd love to work with you. You're welcome to email me at drs.schembri@gmail.com, or I also invite you to use the link in the description box below to book your free 30-minute consultation with me. Let me know how I can help. So be sure to check out my other videos on business branding and strategy, and let's develop our marketing knowledge together. I'll put some links in the description box below.